In this video, we are going to show you how to create a new account user within Admin. Account users are created when an individual person needs to be linked to an account. For example, if a company has multiple staff members who regularly book taxis, you would create a separate account user for each person so they can be identified when they call in. First, open the Administrator program and navigate to the Accounts section. Highlight the account you want to create the user for. Once highlighted, right-click anywhere in the user's white-lined area and select New User. You will now be presented with a form to enter the user's details. Start by entering a username. The username is used to identify the caller when bookings are made. Next, enter a password if required. A password is not always necessary. It is only needed if the user will be using the passenger app, booking online, or if they are required to give a password when calling to book a job. Next, enter the user's name and address. Enter the email address for the user. Then enter the telephone number for the user. After entering the user's contact details, move to the Access tab. Within the Access tab, the user's phone number will automatically be populated if you have entered it previously. If the user has their own individual phone number, tick Use for screen popping. This allows the account and user to automatically appear on the operator's screen when the caller phones in. This helps speed up call handling and reduces the need to manually search for the account. If this is a company account where multiple people share the same main phone number, this setting is usually not required. In these cases, leave Use for screen popping unticked to prevent the wrong user appearing when the company calls. Below this, you will also see the option to allow access via the IVR Booker. This would enable the user to book through IVR if you have it. Other parameters would need to be set before this option would work. Below this is Smartphone Booker. Tick this if you want the user to be able to make bookings using the passenger app. Below this is Web Booker. Tick this if you want to allow the user to make bookings online. If online booking or passenger app access is enabled, you will need to provide the account number, username and password to the user so they can log in. There is also an option to allow super user access. Super user access allows the user to create or delete account users once they are logged in, and they will also be able to see all jobs booked by every other user on the account. This is typically used for administrators or managers within a company. Next, move to the Favorite Places tab. Favorite Places will be displayed in the Operator program when the user is selected. If the user has 2 favorite places saved, these will automatically be added as the pickup and drop-off addresses when making a booking. If the user has more than 2 favorite places saved, they will all be shown in the drop-down list when you click into the pickup or drop-off address fields. Favorite places can also be added by the user within the Web Booker if they have access to it. To add a favorite place within Admin, click New, enter the location details, and save the entry. Next, move to the Job Types tab. By default, the system will use the account's default job type automatically. However, if required, you can select a specific job type for this user within this tab. Next, move to the Attributes tab. The Attributes tab is used for tailoring specific booking preferences for the customer. These attributes are automatically selected whenever the caller makes a booking. This can include driver attributes or vehicle attributes based on the customer's preferences. Next, move to the Drivers tab. The Drivers tab is used for excluding drivers from taking bookings for this account user. Any driver that is added after clicking New will be excluded from picking up this customer. Finally, move to the Special Requirements tab. Within this tab, you can override certain global settings specifically for this user. For example, you can enable or disable features such as ringback, text on accept, text on arrive, or text on complete, depending on how notifications should work for this user. There is also an option called Driver Not Allowed to Call Customer. If this option is selected, drivers will not be able to call the customer directly. Below this, you will see sections for driver notes and operator notes. Notes entered into these sections will be displayed to either the operator or the driver when bookings are made. These notes are useful for storing important instructions or warnings. Once all the required details have been entered and any optional settings have been configured, click Save to create the new account user. If you are still having issues creating an account user, Please call or email support as appropriate to your support contract. But make sure you have checked the basics first.